Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Garrett SEC bill, H.R. 2308, would require the SEC to provide a cost-benefit analysis before it issues a rule. On the face of it, this doesn't sound like a bad idea. The Garrett bill requires this cost-benefit analysis to determine the burden on economic growth and job creation of proposed rules and ensure those burdens don't outweigh the benefits of the rules. The bill also requires the SEC to review existing regulations to determine if they are excessively burdensome and then modify or repeal those rules that don't meet the Garrett standard. But how do we quantify public benefit? How do we measure the benefit to the public of preventing inside trading or crooked accounting or preserving the safety of pension fund investments? How do we compare economic growth with the financial security of Americans planning their savings and retirement investments? I believe this new gold standard, or Garrett standard, will be incredibly difficult to define, much less implement, without crippling the important work that the SEC needs to do. The underlying bill seems to completely ignore the economic analysis that the SEC is already required to perform under current law. My amendment would strike the bill text and replace it with a requirement for GAO to work with the Comptroller General to study the uses and limitations of SEC's cost and benefit analysis and report on the different practices of SEC and other regulatory agencies that use economic analyses to guide the rulemaking process. This study will also evaluate the different metrics and criteria that can accurately measure costs and benefits, including factors like investor protections, reduction of fraud, and maintaining fair, orderly, and efficient markets. I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting this amendment to the Garrett bill. I yield back the balance of my time, Mr. Chairman.
So I'll recognize myself.